News 25 is brought to you by Bees Embroidery and Garment Printing, specializing in custom and personalized decoration of gifts, garments, and more. Call 775-727-9444. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight, the interim CEO of Valley Electric gives an update, and details are released regarding an officer-involved crash. News 25 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Valley Electric's temporary CEO says they will continue cutbacks. It's Wednesday, March 13th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. The interim CEO of Valley Electric Association, Richard Peck, continues to examine the co-op to cut corners where they can.
A lot of the members ask, well, how come we're not getting this information? Well, nowadays, if you go online as of this last Friday, and every day you're going to see more and more data and more reports, I encourage you to take a look at our website, go under board and board reports. Now you can see the audit, you can see the annual report, you can see the current month financials, last month financials. We're going to add to that. We're going to see that all the agendas for the board meeting. We're going to see the long-range engineering plan. You're going to see the power requirements study. And as of today or sometime this week, a gentleman last night suggested we needed to have the cost of service study, which shows how the rate increase came about into your different classes of customers. So again, we have started a process to make sure that all the information, including board policies, compensation question was asked, well, hey, look it up. And so all the board policies and corporate policies are now online. So again, I'm looking forward to meeting with any and all that have concerns. Now you're getting the information that should have been out there before. It's really available.
You have an independent audit going on right now, and that is for you to look at, see where you can cut corners. How is that going? Is that happening right now?
Well, no, the audit is a financial audit that's required of any business every year, and it's they look at, they test different areas, your inventory, your payables, your receivables, your operating practices, and to make sure that, that they're total control. That is the responsibility of the board. And you hire an auditor for 3 years, but every year you try to get different people so that in fact get in there and take a look at a lot of the nooks and crannies. And I will be looking at that what we call the management letter that points out our deficiencies or inefficiencies, and I'll be sharing that with the membership when we receive it over the next week or two.
There might be possibly some more cuts or some places where you might need to save some money.
Yes, as far as operational inefficiencies, until I take a look at the audit, and again, I'm concerned right now with how much money we're paying back to the membership under the solar program that we have, that distributive generation. Unfortunately, that we didn't have a quorum, and we had a lot of people out that for the district and everything. And they, again, made a lot of comments. As I said, that good on the comments, but I can't talk about either contracts or personnel matters. And they wanted to talk about personnel matters in many areas. And I simply, at this stage, I can only tell you there have been no charges filed, and I can't talk about the issues. Now, I want to point out, a lot of people don't understand, this is not a local issue. This is federal law. Federal law in any business forbids the discussion of personnel issues in an open forum. You cannot do that. So I want to make sure that people understand this is not something this board is responsible for. This is the federal law that they have to adhere to. We cannot discuss personnel matters because of federal law.
We're going to have more on Valley Electric Association after this break, but right now we have tickets. Call now to get your tickets to this Friday's show at the House of Blues for the Rock Off Tribute Night, Queen versus the Beatles. It's Friday, March 15th at 7 p.m. Give us a call, 775-727-9400, extension 201. Once again, 775-727-9400, extension 201. And if you don't get somebody on the phone, just leave your name and number and how many tickets you want, and we'll get right back to you. We'll be right back after this break.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Welcome back. Well, Michael Hingle and Carol Cusimano from Valley Electric shows us the inventory that will be up for auction during their annual meeting.
Well, we've got 13 vehicles and 2 trailers. They're going to be auctioned off to members at the annual meeting on April 27th at Pahrump Valley High School. So if you are interested in one of the vehicles, like one of the ones you see behind us, or a trailer, there's a couple trailers in there, bring your letter of credit and we'll be auctioning them off. There's no reserve bid, so the highest bid gets it.
All right. And so there are various types of vehicles. We're looking at trucks and vans.
Pickup trucks, we got vans, we've got a big truck and trailer here for doesn't have very many miles on it. Some of these have been around a while. Some of them are as old as 2002, I believe. So they got some miles, but they've been well maintained by our staff. And so if people have an interest in something like this, they can come get it at the annual meeting.
Can they get a preview of the items?
Yes. If somebody wants to take a look at it, we will make arrangements to have them come. So just they need to get in touch with me and we'll work it out.
We've got inventory anywhere from paper towels and pens and pencils all the way up to poles and transformers and everything in between. And we plan on analyzing everything in the next month on our usages and seeing what we can provide for the annual meeting that other members can bid on during our auction that we're going to be doing vehicles as well. We may have some antiquated tools that we no longer use, nuts, bolts, and everything in between. So whatever we find we're not using or should be discontinued, we're going to provide for the membership in case someone is interested to bid on them.
All right, and tell me about the no reserve.
There's going to be a no reserve on everything, so whatever you bid on for a vehicle or any of the other items up for auction, whatever it is, you pay for it, bring your checkbook, bring your cash, and it's all yours.
All right, well, big layoffs are expected at Disney and Fox as they merge. Angela Miles reports on that and more in today's Business First Brief.
The CEO of Wells Fargo tells Congress that bank has cleaned up its act. The bank famously acknowledged that employees opened 3.5 million accounts without customer authorization to meet quotas. The Wells Fargo president and CEO Tim Sloan tells the House Financial Services Committee Wells Fargo is compensating customers. Committee Chair Maxine Waters says that Wells' $1.9 trillion in assets is too big to manage. The mega media merger between Disney and 21st Century Fox is set to close March 20th. That integration is likely to include 4,000 layoffs from job overlaps. Members of Parliament said no in the second vote on Brexit. Today, they will decide whether the UK should split from the Eurozone without a deal March 29th. If that is rejected, the next step is a vote on whether to delay Brexit.
Thanks so much, Angela. Well, one person was arrested last night on the south side of town after crashing into a fence.
Pahrump Valley Fire and Rescue and Nye County Sheriff's deputies were dispatched to a single vehicle accident involving a fence last night on Navajo Boulevard. Emergency crews arrived on scene on the south side of Pahrump for an individual who was still inside the running vehicle. Medics checked out the driver and only occupant of the small compact car, who was arrested by officers for suspicion of driving under the influence. He was transported to the Nye County Sheriff's Office Detention Center.
Well, the cause of a crash involving 2 officers has been released by the Nye County Sheriff's Office.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office has released an update concerning the accident involving two motorcycle cops that occurred on Monday afternoon. Apparently, the two officers, identified as Gregory Curtin and Joseph McGill, were practicing maneuvers, according to the Sheriff's Department, when the motorcycle accident occurred. Both of the deputies were transported to Desert View Hospital by ground ambulance with injuries that are non-life-threatening. Nevada Highway Patrol is conducting the independent investigation. The deputies were on motorcycles on Mesquite Avenue here in Pahrump near the training facility prior to a scheduled training class. Nevada Highway Patrol is conducting the independent investigation.
All right, well, the Federal Aviation Commission today grounded the Boeing 737 MAX planes based on new information that they say they received. Airlines like American says that they are now rebooking passengers on different aircraft after their 24 planes were taken out of commission. New data was received today that shows satellite images tracking the aircraft's flight path after takeoff, showing similarities. The 737 MAX 8 crashed Sunday just minutes after an erratic takeoff. Investigators in Ethiopia say 157 people died. In October, Lion Air flight crashed in Indonesia, killing all 189. News 25 will return after this break.
News 25 is brought to you by Bill and Robin Law, injury attorneys. Injured? Need money? Get Bill and Robin, your local Pahrump injury attorneys.
Well, the Nevada Department of Transportation says that blasting will begin again this Friday.
Highway 160 construction blasting will resume this Friday, March 15th, beginning at 12:45 in the afternoon through Mountain Springs in Clark County. Motorists can expect up to a 2-hour delay. Blasting is needed to remove fractured bedrock as part of an almost $60 million 6-mile-long widening project that began last summer.
And the Nye County Board of County Commissioners had an item on their agenda for a fee waiver to supply data for future plans concerning Nellis Air Force Base.
The Board of County Commissioners had an item on their agenda for discussion and deliberation concerning a request to approve a letter of agreement between Nye County and Stantec Consulting Services, who is working with Clark County and Matrix to develop a joint land use study on behalf of Nellis Air Force Base. The Commissioners were asked to approve a waiver of fees in the amount of $6,000 so that Stantec could prepare reports, publications, and maps for both parties involved.
A request to approve a letter of agreement between Nye County and Stantec Consulting Services, Inc. for the purposes of authorizing use of Nye County GIS data as it relates to Nellis Complex Joint Land Use Study, Nellis JLUS, and approval to waive fees in the amount of $6,000.
Motion to approve.
Second.
I have a motion and a second to approve. Further discussion?
Yeah, I have a couple questions.
Go ahead, Donna.
One is, why are we waiving the fees?
Well, as they pointed out, they are providing us a service and a service to the people. And if they have to pay the fees, they're not going to provide us that service.
And the other question was, why are we sharing our GIS with the Nellis Complex in the first place? There wasn't enough information.
Okay, I can answer that one for you too. We need the Nellis Complex Joint Land Use Study information correctly on the maps that they're going to submit to Congress. If we don't provide them with that information, which provides it to the contractors who are doing the mapping, then we don't have correct information to take back to the Congress, and they make decisions and boundary lines that are messed up, and we can't get them fixed. I've been trying for 12 years now to get the Arc Dome boundary fixed, and once Congress has made a decision, it's extremely hard to get them to go back and fix a problem. So this is trying to get ahead of the game so that we don't have to fix any of those mapping problems.
So this is basically about mapping, and it's actually in our favor.
It's in our favor, yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you for your explanation. I just need to get most of it out there to the public because they've had questions.
Further discussion? Public comment? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Aye.
Aye.
Aye.
Well, you might have noticed, I know I did, there was some issues with Facebook today. Facebook, Instagram, Messenger, and WhatsApp had technical issues today on various platforms all over the world. Facebook turned to Twitter to explain that they are working on correcting the problems. And Darby has a really adorable dog that is available right now at Desert Haven.
Today we are joined with JD. JD is an all-black American Staffordshire Terrier. He does have some white on his chest. He is approximately 8 years old in age. JD has a lot of energy for his age. He's definitely friendly and outgoing and likes to play ball. He would make a wonderful family dog. Come and see JD and all of his friends here at Desert Haven Animal Society. They're at 1511 East Surrey Lane behind the Nye County Courthouse. You can give them a call at 775-751-7020. Check them out on their Facebook page at Desert Haven Animal Society or go online to deserthavenas.org.
News 46 Weather Cam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's take a look outside. I know I was kind of shocked a little bit about the weather today being a little chilly. We're going to find out what's in store right after this break with Michael Donahue.
You're watching KPVM News 25. Local coverage you can count on.
Hello and welcome back to an incredibly windy edition of News 25. I'm Michael Donahue with today's temperatures. In Las Vegas, a high of 59, a low of 43. Death Valley, 71.45. 57.34 in Amargosa. 52.32 in Beatty. 39.21 in Goldfield. 37.18 in Tonopah. Carson City, 43.22. Fallon, 44.22. And Fernley at 43.23. Now for today in Pahrump. Sunny skies, a high of 57 degrees, winds out of the north-northwest at 20 miles per hour, humidity at 21%, and sunrise at 6:58 a.m. For tonight, it's currently 54 degrees outside with clear skies. We're going to hit 36 as our low, with winds out of the north at 10 miles per hour, humidity at 32%, and sunset at 6:49 p.m. Looking ahead to our 7-day, there's a lot more clouds in the forecast than there were yesterday. They're starting to come back now, so Thursday and Saturday and Monday, we're expecting sunny skies. Other than that, it's nothing but clouds. Temperature-wise, we're still starting to go up. On Thursday and Friday, we're going to have a high of 60 and 64. And Saturday through next Wednesday, we're going to see the 70s. We haven't seen the 70s in a while, so welcome back to those. And we're just going to be between 70 and 76 until next Wednesday. Our overnights for Thursday and Friday, a low of 37 and 39. Saturday, 44, 47. And Monday through Wednesday, just between 50 and 55. Now, if you're on the go and you can't be home to watch news on your TV, make sure to check out our local Facebook page where you can catch the news live every night at 5, even if you're on the go. You can also check out more stories on there as well. So now we're going to throw it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Well, Beatty residents are invited to a Boy Scouts Blue and Gold Banquet, and they say everybody's invited here in Nye County, March 22nd at the Beatty Community Center beginning at 6 p.m. Dinner will be provided, side dishes and desserts are appreciated. And once again, we want to remind everybody to rescan their TV because Channel 25 is stronger than ever. And if you have any questions about how to rescan, give us a call, 775-727-9400, extension 201. You can even call Vern, 775-209-3824. We'll help you rescan. You can also call Rod's TV if you want an outdoor antenna. But you can also pick up these free digital television channels by just giving us a call, 775-727-9400. And you can also keep your satellite. What else could you ask for? Well, that's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell from all of us here at KPVM TV and Ace Country Radio, 103.1 FM. Have a great night. We'll see you back here tomorrow.